Grace. Today I'm going to show you how to do the Puff Stitch Flower Face Scrubby. This is one of 3 face scrubbies that I came up with back in 2015, and I've never really done tutorials on them before. I think they were fun to make, and I was kind of looking for a package deal that I could put out there, and so I came up with the simple circle, which I've already done a video on. That was the last one. And then this one's the Puff Stitch Flower Face Scrubby. And then the next one is called Between the Lines. So you have to kind of stay tuned for that one. But if you want the written instructions, get a direct link to it in the description box. It'll take you, if you click on it, it'll take you straight to the PDF, and you can just go ahead and print it off that way. There are 2 ways to begin. One is to make a magic ring, which I will show you. And that is simply a slip knot that you don't pull all the way up to the hook. You leave it open. So here's the tail of the yarn. This is the working yarn. And you're going to put it around your fingers. Poke that back through it to make a loop. And grab that loop with your hook. But don't pull it. You're not going to pull it tight. And so that's the magic ring. Now the other way to begin is to make a slip knot, which I'll show you right now is exactly the same. But you'll poke that through, grab it with your hook. Only this time you're going to grab the tail and you're going to pull it. And so that closed up our magic loop. And pull on the working yarn till it gets close to the hook there, but you don't want it like so tight that it can't move. And then to begin this way, you would make your slip knot and then chain 2. And then the instructions that follow for round 1, you would do it the same way as if you had a magic ring. The instructions are exactly the same, except that you wouldn't be working into the ring, you'd be working into this last chain from the hook, which is the first chain that you made. And so then all the instructions would be the same, only you wouldn't be working into a magic ring, you'd be working into this. So you don't work into the first one, but this last one. For today's video, and because I like it better, I'm going to start with a magic ring. Okay, and set your yarn. That just means take it in your fingers, however you hold it for tension. And we're going to chain 1, and then we're going to work 10 single crochets into the ring, or if you started with a slip knot and a chain 2, you're going to chain 1 and work 10 single crochets into the last chain from the hook. So we're going to start with 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, we're going to join to the beginning single crochet with a slip stitch. So find the very first single crochet that you made. Mine's kind of sideways. So I'm going to insert that yarn over and pull it through and through. Now take the tail and you're going to pull it and close up that hole. And this is really why I like the magic ring better, because I can close this hole up pretty tight. But when you begin with the slip knot and the chain 2, I find that I can't get the hole closed up as tightly as I would like. Round 2, we're going to work a puff stitch into the very next stitch. So I'm going to pull a little more slack. Pretty much however tall you want your petals to be, make this loop on your hook. And then you're going to yarn over and you're going to insert into this same stitch right here. Yarn over and pull it through and up to match the length of the loop you already have. Yarn over, put it through the same stitch, yarn over and pull it through and up to match the length of the loops on your hook. And I kind of like to wiggle it. That kind of helps me get the right length on there. Again, yarn over, put it through, yarn over and pull it through and up to match the length of the stitches, the loops on your chain. You should have 7 loops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So now you're ready to yarn over and pull through all 7 loops. Chain 1 to secure that. Then you're going to chain 1 because you're going to skip the next stitch. We're going to leave a little gap there. So now we're going to make another petal. So we're going to work another puff stitch. So yarn over, remember to skip this one. We're going to insert the hook into this next one. And yarn over and pull it through and up. Okay. Again, yarn over, insert the hook, yarn over, pull it through and up. Remember, each time you're going back into that same stitch. Yarn over, place the hook through that stitch, yarn over, pull it through and up. Give it a little tug so that you know that all these are equal. Alright, at this point we're going to yarn over and pull it through all 7 loops on the hook. Chain 1 to secure the top of that. Chain 1 because we're going to skip the next stitch. Yarn over, put it through the next, pull that yarn through and up, yarn over, insert the hook, yarn over and pull it through and up, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over and pull it through and up, yarn over, pull it through all 7, chain 1 to secure it, chain 1 because we're going to skip this one and leave a gap, yarn over, don't go into this one but the next one, yarn over and pull it through and up, yarn over, insert your hook into the same stitch, yarn over and pull it through and up. Okay, I think I pulled it back some. Yarn over, insert the hook into that same stitch, yarn over and pull that yarn through and up, yarn over and pull through all 7 loops on your hook, chain 1 to secure, chain 1 so we can skip the next one, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over and pull it through and up, yarn over, whoops, insert the hook, yarn over and pull it through and up, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over and pull it through and up, yarn over and pull through all 7 stitches, chain 1, and now we're going to chain 1 because this is the very last gap, and what we're going to do now is we're going to join to this chain 1 that we made right above the first petal. So just put your hook in, grab that yarn and pull it through and then through. And that is the end of round 2. For round 3, we're going to chain 1 and we're going to work 2 single crochets into every stitch around. So we're going to start right here at the top of this puff stitch petal. Crochet these a little loosely. I'm not going to be real tight. There's of course this one that we chained that skips that makes the space in here. We're going to put of course 2 single crochets in that one as well. So each stitch around is going to get 2 single crochets in it. You should have a total of 20 single crochets, and now we're going to join it to the very beginning single crochet with a slip stitch. For round 4, we're going to start by chaining 1, and what we're going to do now is work 1 single crochet into the next stitch, and we're going to work 2 in the next one, 1 in the next, 2 in the next, 1 in the next, 2 in the next, 1 in the next, 2 in the next, 1 in the next stitch, 2 in the next stitch, 1 single crochet in the next stitch, 2 single crochets in the next stitch, 1 in the next, 2 in the next, 1 in the next, 2 in the next, 1 in the next, 2 in the next, 1 in the next one, and you're going to end with 2 in the final stitch. Of course, as always, we need to join the round, so we're going to join to that very first single crochet that we made with a slip stitch. And that's the end of round 4. All that's left to do now is to end off. So of course we need to clip a tail. Make sure that it's enough to weave it in. It doesn't have to be incredibly long, but it needs to be enough to weave in. And of course we're going to, once we clip the tail, we're going to go ahead and pull it through with our crochet hook. Thread up your yarn needle with that tail. And what I like to do is, of course, go across the loop this way to secure it. So I like to go under that stitch there. And then I'm going to go back through the top of this loop and out the back. It makes it look more complete because it makes it look like there's a stitch there when actually it's your tail. Alright, so just kind of weave in your ends as normal. Just want to make sure that they're not going to come out while you're using the face scrubby, or either when it goes through the wash. Have that woven in sufficiently, you just clip off the excess. And then of course our very beginning tail from when we started, we're gonna have to weave that in also. Put that tail off. Right, and voila, you're done. And there is your puff stitch flower face scrubby. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. I hope that you enjoy using your face scrubbies. Don't forget to join me next time for the Between the Lines scrubby. That's going to be kind of fun to do. And I just want you to have a really good day, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.